Hi everybody and welcome to another tutorial, and for this tutorial I'm going to draw a cat on Canson black. And maybe you think that you should start out with the color white or something, but that is not the case. Here you see my darkest brown, it's cacao, and the kitty on the left side was drawn with my darkest gray. So the setup actually is done with your darkest color pencil. Now these are standard color pencils, and what I head out with is deciding where the eyes are going to be. Now in this case you can see that the left eye is much lower than the right eye. And I simply start to try and figure out where everything is going with that darkest color pencil. Of course, on my Patreon page you can watch me see this drawing in real time. And on my Patreon page I draw and talk at the same time. Here on YouTube the video is a little bit forwarded, so a little bit faster, but maybe you want to check out on Patreon how this is done exactly. Now here you can already see that a face is appearing on that Canson black. And drawing with your darkest color pencil is very forgiving, so you can easily fix mistakes, and you can you do not have to be worried that much. Now here you see the right corner of the eye, and in that way I know instantly where the ear is going to be. But here you see my colors. What I want to do is, on the left side you see the female kitty, and on the right side I want to draw the male cat, and a little bit bigger, so he is in front of the lady cat. And also I wanted to check what color does here on that Canson black. The left kitty was all drawn in 4 colors of gray, and here for the right male kitten, male cat, I'm using 4 colors of brown, yellowish, orange, and then at the last part I'm drawing with the white color pencil. So slowly but certainly a face is appearing upon your Canson black, and what I actually simply try to do is to draw in the light. Now here you can see the hairs that are inside the ear, and this is a Somali cat. I have one at home, they are awesome. And here I shape out the ear a little bit bigger, and that's all very easy to do if you start with your darkest color pencil. I also point out already where the whiskers are going to be. There are whiskers coming from the snout, but also just above the eyes. And here's some whiskers, and that's my cat. And well, cats always love to see what you're drawing. So now at this stage I have my cat as far as I want it, and then I pick out my light yellow. Now what you're noticing here is that instantly it just pops off the paper. So I simply go over the dark brown with that light yellow. And here again I try to get that glimpse of moonlight that is falling over the hairs of the face of this male cat. Here you can see just the tips of the whiskers that are shined upon by that moon. And of course, on the outer edge of the face, there is the place where the light hits the hairs the most, but also inside the right eye. And this is really where the fun starts, because we can really make those eyes pop out of the paper. And that's just amazing and so much fun to do. Now, this is the tip of the forehead. So I draw that over with the light yellow. Here is a shadowy part. So I go in there with my pencil eraser. And this, of course, are the hairs that come out of the ear. So I try to draw in each and every hair, but only on the contour of the cat. On top of the ear, of course, there is also a little bit of light coming. And this here is the top of the head. And then here the side of the right ear. And this is all done with that light yellow. So, trying to draw in that moonlight. But what I also wanted to do is to draw that red head. It has to be a red head, so I've picked out my darkest orange. And then again, just a little bit, I go over the dark brown and the light yellow to point out that this cat has some kind of a red color, a red coat. So that's my red cat, Rembrandt. Now and only now it is time to start to really draw in that moonlight. So this is the point where I pick my white color pencil. You can see that inside the eye, and I will close in for you here, there is that beam of light, that reflection, and we need that to get that real glass look. You want to kind of look through the glassy mass of that eye. And this is so much fun to do, and you learn so much from it by drawing on black drawing paper. There is very much to be learned. Then this is the part where the body begins. Actually, the body begins, so that would be his right shoulder in this case. Then we have the whiskers, of course, and the partially shined upon whiskers. So do not draw them in all white, but try to press soft and hard, as you can see here, to get that realistic feel. Then you can go back to your darkest color, and you can get a little bit of detail into the right side of the head, of course, so that it's not all black, but you can just see a little bit of backlight, reflected light in that right area. And here on the top of the ear, I draw in a little bit of moonlight, maybe make that that shine in the eye, because I want all the attention to go to the eyes, of course. And if you go in too hard, just use your Kohinoor hard pencil eraser or any kind of pencil eraser. So you can always correct it a little bit if you need that. Here's some light on the top of the head. And I think I've managed to get that male cat that has a face that is much more force, and the left cat, that's the female, is much more tiny and sweet, while the right cat has that tough look, if you want. So that was what I tried to draw, and well, I'm quite pleased with it. This is so much fun to do, and I really hope that you will give this a try, because you learn so much from this. If you like this video, and well, maybe you would like to give it a big thumbs up. Maybe you also want to check me out on the Patreon, where I draw and talk at the same time. That would be awesome. And for now, I would say I would like to see you again in next Friday's tutorial.